what do you see as Carmel's two strengths? And how, as mayor, would you improve on those two strengths? So what two strengths do you see, if you just had to choose two, what two strengths, that you want to highlight for Carmel, and how, as mayor, would you improve on those? And we'll start first with Mr. Asotero.
The two strengths are the people that live here and our schools, and how I would make that better. Instead of taking all of our development money and spending it on such extravagant things, we will build beautiful things here in Carmel, but we will take some of that money and share it with the school district. And the redevelopment commission could have done it if, in fact, they had not spent all the redevelopment money or had not financed all the debt. So those are the things that make our community great, the people in our schools.
Thank you, Mr. Asotero. Mr. Spiegelman.
What Carmel is a beautiful city. It's a city that has grown from a bedroom community to a modern city with beautiful buildings, certainly great roadways, and an excellent school system, probably the primary reason why many people move here to Carmel to begin with. Though the mayor has really no connection with the school system in respect to control or decision-making, that is a bulwark of our city, something that I hope will continue to be as strong as it is in the years ahead. But as far as Carmel is concerned, as I have said many times, we need conservatism because we can build, we can grow, we can progress in the future if we provide the venues to draw people into our city to appreciate that which is here in Carmel. And that is the reason why I have lobbied for the last 4 years to have a medium-sized convention center built in the city. Hopefully, there will be the money there to expend to create such an entity for the sake of Carmel.
Thank you, Mr. Spiegelman. Mr. Brainerd.
Two things. The amenities in general, including our wonderful school system, but the palladium, the parks, our beautiful streets, all these amenities come together. And of course, the people here who are excited about building and creating one of the best cities ever. I do have to point out, though that John said this in the last debate, and I didn't have time to answer, that the redevelopment commission could have taken some of its TIF money and turned it over to the schools for operations. That isn't allowed under state law, John, because you can only use that TIF money to construct things, roads or buildings. It can't be used for operations, so that wasn't an option for us. Mr. Spiegelman said that the mayors don't have much to do with schools, but they do. And here's how they do. They are charged with economic development and redevelopment that brings in a good tax base. We currently get 29% of our property tax revenue from businesses. Most cities are in the 10 to 14% area. So mayors are very important in getting that tax base built so that the schools have the funds to do what they need to do.
Thank you, Mr. Brandon. Mr. Asotero.
The schools could have used some of that TIF money to construct facilities, and that would have freed up some other money for them to operate the schools. So yes, in fact, we could have helped the school district. And in fact, we might have been able to reduce some of the money that they needed in the referendum that was recently passed.
Thank you, Mr. Asotero. Mr. Spiegelman.
Yes, the CRC probably could spend a lot of money. It does. And the fact of the matter is that the Carmel Redevelopment Commission, under the majority appointees of the mayor, has made it a point to squander an enormous amount of money, including his famous amenity of the Palladium, which is only 150% more than he originally promised it would cost. So the fact of the matter is that, once again, I say one has to look under the skin of the buildings, the beautiful buildings that we have here in Carmel, to know the facts of our true economic situation.
Thank you, Mr. Spiegelman. Mr. Brainerd.
Nothing further in this question, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Brainerd.